All right, folks, welcome back. Let's dig into that. That was a G blues I wrote in the style of Ted Greene. So there's a chord per beat. And for my bass line, I used as inspiration a Ray Brown bass line on a G blues. And this really helped me compose something really new because usually when I'm left to my own devices with walking bass, I'll kind of do very predictable patterns. But using Ray's really beautiful bass line, first of all, it made me appreciate what a real bass player would do, which is often a lot less complicated than what a guitar player thinks a walking bass is. But it also took me to some new places that I definitely wouldn't have gone to. So buckle up. Let's get into this. I'll explain everything as I go. But again, get that PDF, subscribe, and I'll email it to you. So first we're going to start with this chord, which is going to take us for 2 beats. So beat 1, bass line on beat 2. So that gets us to C7. That takes care of the first part of the blues. So the bass line is. And for this higher G, I use this simple no third voicing for G7. And then I use D flat sharp 11, which doesn't have a third, but it's implied, right? We just played this F. So you hear and I just use this parallel motion down here. Boom to C7 sharp 11. So the bass line on the C chord is, which I've taken some liberties with the octaves of various parts during this bass line because some of it would go out of range on what I'm trying to do. So from here, G minor 6 to get this G in the bass. Now, instead of using a G7, I'm using D minor 6, which is very similar, right? It's like a 5, 9, 3, 7 voicing. And then what looks like C minor 7 flat 5, but to me it's an A flat 9. So I'm going, the melody would be simple, right? But then so a lot of getting this motion is this kind of 1 5 1 5 1. So 1 5. I think of this as 5 because, and then this is 1 again. This is 5 again. 1 5 1 5 1. Just different flavors of 5 and different flavors of 1. So that takes care of our first 2 bars. So first 3 bars, excuse me. And then the fourth bar goes up to this beautiful voicing here that I love. You've got the tritone in the bottom. So it's a G7 voicing, but it's G7 sharp 11. So flat 7, 3, sharp 11, tonic. D minor 7 flat 5. And then the bass line goes. So for that I've got so D minor 7 flat 5 to this, what I think of as an E triad over G, which is a 13 flat 9 sound. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment and I'll answer you. I've got time for this kind of thing. And then once we get to the 4 chord again, we're hanging out here. to do that because the bass line goes. So I have to stay on that C for 4, which is not something I would necessarily do on guitar, but this is a C diminished, but I'm playing this E flat, which true C sharp diminished would be this, and this is more sounding like A7 flat 5 to me, sharp 11. It works melodically for me though, so. Leads chromatically up to this D minor 9 voicing that I'm using instead of a G7 chord. So just to clarify, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And from there, that part's really fun. So 2 beats there. The bass line goes. Which again, very idiomatic, but not something a lot of guitar players would do. So C7 sharp 11. So this is kind of B minor 7 flat 5 with this flat 6 voice, flat 6, flat 5, which I'm playing. Basically, it's more like a G7 chord, but this would be the flat 5, root, 3rd, flat 6. But you know, B minor 7 flat 5 and G7 are the same chord, so that's why I'm using that. And then we have E sus to E7 flat 9. We have A minor, E7, A minor 6. 3 blind mice, hot cross buns. So the bass line there goes. You can hear that the bass line's kind of buried in there. Oh, sorry. Then we go up to this A minor 6 voicing, which is going to be our D7, G6. So this is D7 9, but it's like an F sharp minor 7 flat 5. So the bass line goes. Oh, sorry. So this is a nice chord. It's like an A flat triad over D. Once again, the whole thing. And then so we have D, D, do, 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 do. So kind of G7 9. That's the end of the bass line. So just to review the ending, it goes like this. E minor 7 flat 5, D minor 7, what I'm calling kind of C sus 9, C7 sus. I love this chord. D7 sharp 9 sharp 5, so 1 3 sharp 5 flat 7 9. And I'm kind of letting that B and E string go on the anticipation. All right, I hope that helps. Find your own walking bass line and try this kind of thing out. It's amazing for generating new chords, and specifically new chords that are going to help you pass from one to the next. Like, not all of these chords are the most mind-blowing, but in sequence, they sound really powerful. All you need is like to string things together and it'll sound powerful. I think like big fancy chords are overrated, and these little chords that make melodic sense and that you can grab, most importantly, because a lot of these fancy chords we learn in the heat of battle just aren't that useful. But you know, these little guys, that's your bread and butter. So take this tip, find a bass line, and apply your new chords over it. Let me know how it goes. See you next time.